What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the fact that EA has yet again pulled some more shenanigans. They patched the game, and a lot of cards that we thought were decent are really actually trash right now. I can't really put my finger on it, but, you know, offensive linemen are even more intelligent. They went to Harvard, then Yale, back to Harvard, went to Brown. They did everything they have to do, so no matter what ability you have defensively, unless you're using double or nothing, where it's random, it doesn't really matter. Edge threat, elite, or whatever you're running, it doesn't really matter. So let me go ahead and tell you what I noticed immediately, right? Darren Waller became more trash than he usually is. Now let's go ahead and point out some things. I'm going to show you how crazy this game actually is. When we take a look at Darren Waller's numbers and everything about his stats, you would think in any other Madden that he was a really, really good card. Unfortunately for us, he's not. And you guys got to understand that. And I have a Raiders theme team right now, so his boost would actually help me. He is a terrible, terrible card. So he's been fully nerfed, and he's been nerfed for a lot of different reasons. Number one, EA Sports doesn't want offensive players having the advantage of being able to jump. All right, that's like number one. So even though he has an 87 jump, he's still 6'6", right? He does not jump for the ball. All right, it's a major issue that's been going on. I think what happens is this. The development team looks at it like this. If the offensive players can't jump, they don't have to hear things about people getting mossed and even though people still get mossed, it's just stupid animations. They want it to be like, you know, animated with a random effect so that you can't really guarantee who the winner is. That's pretty much what their outset is. That way, everybody can play the game and it's all random. So people that you think are, you know, supposed to win, they can actually lose. That is very exciting to the EA Sports developers because that's the way the game is actually programmed. So at this point right now, when you look at his medium route running, it's actually 95 with play fake. And I run play fake. It's a really good, you know, team scheme chemistry to kind of work with because it makes everybody get open on crossers. They run their posts pretty good, the corner routes, all that stuff. This guy is trash. All right. Now, the one thing I always tell you guys, when I moved from a 49er theme team to a Raiders theme team, I told you guys, I said, look, Uncle Vern was that dude. Uncle Vern, Vernon Davis, he was really, really good. All right. Over the time that he came out to where he is right now, it's not the same thing because, you know, we get a roster update and then all of a sudden the game just starts playing weird. So they probably sneak some stuff into it, maybe to get it done like that, because it's not a coincidence that after we download a roster update, MUT just becomes garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes just running around, everybody's running your route for you. It's really, really weird. So in order for us to understand and still have fun with the game, we have to recognize what's going on. Do I believe that at any point in this game, he will be good, even when he's like a 95, 96, 97, whatever speed? I do not, because they don't want him to be like that in this game, because it would pretty much take us from Madden 21 all the way back to Madden 15 when Madden made sense, where a guy with height was able to jump, he had legs, everybody was running around. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It's really, really crazy that we have to imagine that our middle linebacker is Joe from Family Guy. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but this is what we've allowed them to get away with. Now, remember why this all started. Many of you guys were complaining about the fact that, you know, linebackers were jumping through the roof and able to lurk and all that stuff like that. So EA said, okay, all right, you got a problem with guys jumping? Now you can't jump. And then now everybody's like, yo, what's going on? What's going on is everybody complains. Well, not everybody, but the people that they listen to, probably 4 or 5-year-olds, they complain and then EA has to act. You know, a 3-year-old goes on Reddit and starts going wild, like, yo, this guy jumped over me. And it's like, oh my God, like, bro, he did what he was supposed to do. Like, oh my God, let's stop this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But instead of having to actually fix the game, EA just makes it so our players can't do what they're supposed to do. So that's the bottom line. So Darren Waller has to go. That's number one. Number two, he is replaced with Evan Ingram, who I believe is a much better, smoother user player in the game. For instance, if you throw a bullet past to Evan Ingram, you can maneuver him around to go get it. Darren Waller is very, very stiff, and it takes him a very, very long time to get off the break. He sucks. He's one of the guys that I never, ever really liked. And I'm going to show you guys, because I could keep his power up and say, you know what, I'll go back to him. But I know based on what EA has done with his card, more than likely he will not be good. All right, let's just go ahead and say it. More than likely, he probably will not be a good player. His power up is really, really bad right here at 16K. I think people are really fed up with him overall. Yeah, it's a disgusting thing to see, because the way that he's balling right now for the Raiders, you would love to see him be a card that you could actually use in the game. But without the ability to jump or move around, it's not going to work out. Now, it's similar to the fact that, like, Jermichael Finley was a guy that I could moss with early on, and then there were other players that just would not jump. Vernon Davis jumps. Like I told you guys before, Evan Ingram, he jumps. There's some players, Travis Kelce jumps. I don't know what it is and why they do what they do. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but either way, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead. We're just going to move on and just continue to go because, like I said, just because you have a theme team, I want you guys to understand that. Just because you have a theme team, that doesn't mean that you have to have the star players for that team. Just get that out of your mind. Because Evan Ingram, you got Gonzalez out now, Cooley, all these other guys, you can utilize them in your offense without them being part of your theme team. We love the extra boost, but sometimes it's just not worth it. It's sort of like to go to a Giants theme team to make Evan Ingram 96. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You have to be a psychopath to have a Giants theme team, but you will have some perks. LT when he gets his next card, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff will be good, but you don't need to have everybody with that team's chemistry. That is something that I really want you guys to understand, because once a player starts playing terrible, you have to make a decision. And I don't need to be the one to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving you fish, I'm teaching you how to fish. You just come back because you can't believe that I'm raging all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, most of you guys just want to hear me rage. I want you to understand, like, look, you're not the one that's crazy. EA has us as part of a science experiment, and they want to see how far they can push us, because it doesn't make any sense what goes on. But we talk amongst each other. We have, we have this stuff in the comments. I live stream, and we understand what's going on. And it still brings us together in a certain aspect. It's like a weird way. It's like all of us know that the game's trash, and it's like, all right, cool, whatever. But how's your family doing? Like, it's like a weird thing. So we still enjoy it somewhat, but they could do a much better job of making the gameplay better, because the Mutt team has done an outstanding job of putting together content. They've given us an overwhelming amount of content where it's like, yo, we got another card. They really lived up to what we thought it was. And I told you guys 2-3 months ago, Zero Chill, Christmas promo, always the best promo. No coincidence that it's the time when everybody's trying to spend money. EA's like, look, dude's gonna spend no matter what. Let's go ahead and get this done. So that's very important as well for you guys to understand what's going on with that. So now, let's take a look at another card that some of you guys have been asking questions about. Big Bad Bo Jizzle, right? Big Bad Bo Jizzle is the kind of card where it's like, is it worth it to keep this idiot? Like, you just don't know. And it's like, you don't know why really? You don't know why? Like, you really don't know why Bo Jackson is garbage, because he's not. But then he'll fumble the game away for you at the end. It's really weird. I don't know what you guys are probably, if you guys are not subscribed to GmiasWorld Gaming, definitely go ahead and go do that, because it'll give you more insight into watching a full game and understanding exactly what's going on, why I'm doing certain things, and kind of help you understand more or less the way the game works, because that's the part that we have a disconnect with. It's like, why do I say this doesn't work? Why do I say that? It's probably easier, and a lot of you guys have gone over and subscribed, and you guys are showing love over at GmiasWorld Gaming. A lot of you guys have gone over to GmiasWorld Podcast right here on YouTube and see more of what actually goes on within the game itself. So this is what I want to really point out to you guys, right? This idiot right here, he has a 95 carry, right? 96 truck, 96 break tackle, all that stuff. Anybody that makes contact with him tackles him. It doesn't matter, a dead ant, a roach, the clouds, whatever makes contact with Bo, he's going to drop on the ground and curl up in the fetal position. Do I have a problem with that? No. Does it turn me on? Yes. Am I crazy? Yes. But EA has done it to me. So I'm going to tell you this again. Is it worth it to spend for this guy? Like, I was going to save this and say, you know what, let's talk about him in another video, but I'm raging right now because this idiot, he continuously shows me he doesn't care about the team. And we have one rule at GmiasWorld. It's all team. And this guy, he'll fumble the ball randomly for no reason at all. And what's weird about it is he's a brand new card, which is not usually something that happens. That's what's more interesting about it. It's not something that usually happens, but it's happening often with Big Bad Bo Jizzle. So now you got this big card, power back, Bo Jackson, and he fumbles the bag. So now you got to figure out something else. Where do we go with it? What are we going to do? Right now, we're going to keep him. Marcus Allen, Eric Dickerson, anybody else drops with Raider Chem, this man is off the team. You don't have to ask me, just know he's gone. All right? Unless something dramatically changes where he becomes a decent card, he is next on the list as far as the Raiders theme team. Now, what is next for the squad? I may go after Deion Sanders to be another one of my corners, but I am enjoying the fact that Calvin, as a user, he jumps 25 to 30 feet in the air for picks, okay? I do not recommend having Calvin Johnson in coverage where you are not using him. Please do not do that, because he will be burnt for 6 and you will be raging. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Don't put him in coverage by himself. He should be a user player. That is all. Nothing else. That's what you need to know about that situation. All right, so everything else that's coming with this, I just want you guys to be very, very aware. I understand what's happening. We are going to get through it together. They did patch the game. They did a lot of stuff. Like I said earlier, the offensive line versus the sheds, you know, with the defenses versus the offenses, the abilities, everything has been fine-tuned. I don't know why they keep doing it. Really? You don't know why? But we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together as we always do. I want to just wish you guys happy holidays. Enjoy your time together with your families. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.